forward.
Who's he better than?
Luka, Donovan Mitchell.
All right, I think we're gonna close the episode
Wait,
here.
who's under him? Who's under him?
Devin Booker, Zion.
So you're telling me Devin Booker scored 23? What up?
Okay, guys. Okay, I think it's time to close the episode.
With a tweet's foot. Get that out of here. Don't ever do that. Go.
Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Up Next Show. Before we get started, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tap the bell. So for today's episode, the big question is who's more important in the series for the Bucks, Giannis or Middleton? So I'll start by asking Marcus who he thinks is more important.
Thanks, Kaylee. Now, last episode we covered the Bucks and the Hawks. I proclaimed that Giannis was the most valuable player in this series due to his defensive attributes, his offensive attributes, and his consistency. Now I'm going to give it to Middleton. He showed up in the fourth quarter. I'm going to give it to him. I'm not going to hate. Elisa loves to claim that I love hating on players. I give credit where credit is due. But you know my famous saying, we don't gas the players. We don't gas the players. Now, I will say this. Middleton's a great addition. I think he solidified that spot at number 2, as the number 2 best player on this Bucks team. But Giannis, the most valuable player, obviously. Middleton is too inconsistent to be the most valuable player. And I understand that he's the closer. And I understand that Giannis struggles from free throw. But if we're going to use that, then we can say the same thing about the Lisa's GOAT, LeBron. LeBron struggles at free throws late game, but we won't criticize him for that. Giannis.
You just compared Chris Middleton to LeBron.
No, I compared Giannis to LeBron and how they both suck at shooting free throws late game and how people like to criticize that and use that to diminish them, their whole overall game.
I don't think LeBron has ever shot 25% from the free throw line in the series. Don't ever compare LeBron's free throw.
LeBron's also missed.
All right, let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic.
Make the
Marcus,
one that counts.
Finish explaining why you think Giannis
is a better defensive player, obviously, than Chris Middleton. He had more blocks. He had more blocks, more steals. And come on, Chris Middleton doesn't even lead this Bucks team in a single statistic category. How can you be the most valuable? You lead no statistical categories. Now he is the closer, but his inconsistency has shown throughout the playoffs, especially when they're playing in the Nets and even game 1 where the Hawks swept them, where he scored only 15. So I think he's too inconsistent to be most valuable. He doesn't have the defensive attributes as Giannis, and Giannis is still doing his fair share. Giannis gets them to that point for Chris Middleton to close. So without them even being to that point, Chris Middleton has no room to close, if we're being serious. And now I know it's off topic, but I just want to get my take on Trae Young. Trae Young, this is another take. Don't gas him ever again. Don't gas him ever again, Deliso. Come on. When Trae Young left the game, because he stepped back on the ref, and the ref was nowhere in the wrong. Ref is out of bounds. He stepped back on the ref. The Bucks were up. The Bucks suddenly gained the lead. While he was out. Right when he got back into the game, what happened? The Bucks start coming back. You know why? Because Trae Young's not that valuable. Even if his defense, Trae Young's not that valuable. So I don't care if he wasn't scored on. I don't care if
Marcus, I'm sorry.
Where's his defensive presence? Where's his defensive
Marcus,
presence?
I am sorry to have to cut you.
It's not there. You saw right when he made one. You saw right when he got back in the game. The Bucks came back. And he's so valuable. He's so valuable than Giannis. Why couldn't he win that game? Marcus,
we're going to have to give the mic over to Deliso now. Deliso, go ahead and tell me why you think Middleton is obviously the best player.
Why couldn't Trae win the game?
Okay, Marcus, you had your time. It's my turn now. And I just want to say Marcus's take was comical. It was hilarious. Because if the question was who's the most valuable, yes, Giannis is the most valuable to the Bucks because he's the most consistent player. But Kaylee, I believe you asked who's most important to the Bucks, correct? Who's most important, correct?
Yes, that is what I asked.
Okay, then. It's Chris Middleton. Look. Chris Middleton is the most important player in the series for the Bucks. Am I saying he's better than Giannis? No. Is he more valuable than Giannis? No, because he's not as consistent as Giannis. We already know Giannis is a guaranteed 30, 10, 6. But look, when it comes fourth quarter time, when Giannis keeps you afloat because he's the most valuable player on that team, He's the reason he won the MVP, most valuable. But when we're talking about important, Chris Middleton's that guy. Without Chris Middleton, the Bucks aren't closing. The Bucks aren't winning this game. Drew Holiday's your closer. I think Giannis is the third closer on this team by default because Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, if they're not there, okay, yeah, it's Giannis because he just has to take it at that point. You don't want to have PJ Tucker or Brook Lopez closing. But look, without Middleton, you don't score 20 in the fourth. Middleton by himself outscored the Hawks in the fourth 20-17. Come on now. And Giannis is a better defender, yes. But I don't see it. I don't see it late in games. When it's time to defend
Middleton.
Hang on one second. Let's let Lito finish.
Thank you. When it's time to defend the best player in the game, a.k.a. KD, come on now, for even one play in crunch time, the last play of the game, KD trying to shoot a big shot. Why is PJ Tucker on him? Why is Chris Middleton on him? Giannis, what are you doing? I understand your paint presence, but you're down by 3 and they need a 3 to win. What are you guarding the paint for? You're gonna goaltend? No, Giannis, go out there and guard the 7-footer. You're 7'2". Play the same position. Go guard him. You're a better defensive player than Chris Middleton, but Chris Middleton's Chris Middleton more times than you are is guarding the opposing team's best player. Come on now. Middleton is that guy. He'll guard, like I said, he'll guard the opposing team's best player. But yeah, he can go from an inefficient 15 to 20 in one quarter like we saw last night.
Middleton Lito, thank you.
Middleton's the reason why he's the most important player on this Bucks team.
Stop it. Lito,
thank you.
He's not the most valuable, but he's the most important.
I think it's time. Hang on, Marcus. Let me give a second. I think it's time to hand the mic over to Marcus so you can rebuttal what.
Come on, let's stop that. Lito, this is a guard-driven league. And you're talking about KD. KD's a guard at heart. He might be 7 foot. He handles like a guard. He shoots like a guard. So why is it? And Giannis really plays center power forward. KD really plays small forward, but handles like a guard. Two different skill sets.
So why is Giannis guarding Bruce Brown? Why is Giannis guarding Bruce Brown?
Huh?
Why is Giannis guarding Bruce Brown if he plays like a power forward center?
So he wasn't really guarding Bruce Brown. He was guarding the paint.
Okay, but Bruce Brown is his man.
But my question is, answer this question. Why didn't Trae Young win that game if he's more valuable than Giannis?
All right, okay. It's not about Trae Young here.
Katie, hold on. Let me answer the question. Let me talk about these Hawks real quick. Look,
Kobe scored.
Look.
Hang on one second, Marcus. Let's let Lito finish.
Tell me why.
Let me talk about these Hawks real quick. Trae Young had the weirdest ankle injury I've ever seen. The best is not in the wrong, no doubt about that. Trae Young's not in the wrong either. Trae Young just stepping back, getting ready to get back on defense, and he twists his ankle on the rest foot. Now look. I don't think it's that bad. He has a bone bruise and he's questionable for Game 4. If Trae Young's out, all bets are off. The Hawks aren't winning this series. They'll lose at 5. If Trae Young is 100%. The Hawks are winning this series in 7 still. Look, injuries happen this playoffs. The Nuggets, the Jazz, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Nets. Come on now, it happens. But look, Trae Young didn't win this game because he can't push off and he can't run. He doesn't have the burst. He's one of the quickest players in the NBA, especially with the ball in his hand. He's crafty and he couldn't get to the free throw line because he hurt his ankle. He twisted his ankle, and when you can't get to the free throw line, you see even when Trae Young's inefficient in fourth quarters, what is he? He's perfect from the free throw line. He's 9 for 10 from the free throw line, and that propels them. That's the difference. And look, as far as Trae Young's defensive presence, no, he's not going to go lock down the best player. But look, just because Middleton decides to have a Kobe-like performance and can't miss, does not mean that Trae Young is the problem on defense. Trae Young got in the game.
And where's the correlation? The correlation showed Trae Young got back in the game.
Okay, guys.
And then Lisa, one more thing. I just want to say, Trae Young is not as valuable. What other did he do but score? What other thing did he do but score? He didn't facilitate because Kevin Huerter had more assists than him, and Bogey was one under him.
You cannot make the shots for your teammates.
And in crunch time, he had 1 3. So this is unacceptable.
He was injured, and you can't make the shots for your teammates.
This is up and coming.
Okay.
You have him better. You have him better than Donovan Mitchell, right?
No.
So Trae Young's the 5th best?
No.
5-year-old? Who is he better than?
He scored.
Who's he better than?
Luka, Donovan Mitchell.
All right, I think we're gonna close the episode here.
Wait, who's under him? Who's under him?
Devin Booker, Zion.
So you're telling me Devin Booker scored 23? What up?
Okay, guys. Okay, I think it's time to close the episode.
What a tweet's foot. Get that out of here. Don't ever do that. Devin Booker, you claim Devin Booker scored 23 with a broken nose, and Trae Young could only score 3 and couldn't win that game while he was up in the crunch time with a tweaked foot. Don't ever say that again.
When he came back.
Don't ever say that again.
What are you talking about at this
Don't ever. They were up.
Okay, guys,
They
I
were
think
up.
it's time to
Why
close
can't
the
he win the
episode.
game?
Unfortunately, we will have to see what shakes out tonight with the Hawks and the Bucks. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the week. I'm sure we will have more
Don't
things
disrespect D Book
to come.
And I love
We'll see you guys later.
Like them.